Good morning, students. How are you doing today? I expect you all to be ready for your class. Well, today we are going to start a new topic, but one which at times will appear to be somewhat similar to what you have done in your previous classes, though some concepts will be completely new. So let us proceed further to see what we are going to learn in today's class. Over to our learning objectives for the session. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪਾਠ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਲਈ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੋ। ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੇਂ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹ ਵਿਸ਼ਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਜੁਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ, ਪਰ ਕੁਝ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਨਵੇਂ ਹਨ। ਆਓ ਇਸ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣੀਏ ਅਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧੀਏ। पर टॉपिक शुरू करन तो पहला लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स जान लइए। Learning objectives. Upon completion of the module, students will be able to define a sentence, define a clause and a phrase, explain about sentence connectors and their usage, identify a clause and a phrase in a sentence, identify simple sentence, identify compound sentence, and lastly, identify complex sentence. I believe the learning objectives have made it clear that we must first begin to understand the meaning of transformation of sentences. Well, actually, transformation of sentences means changing of one type of sentence into another type, that is, identifying a simple sentence and then changing it into a compound sentence or to a complex sentence or vice versa. ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਅਰਥ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਵਾਕ ਨੂੰ ਦੂਜੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਾਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਧਾਰਨ ਵਾਕ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਚਾਨ ਕੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਪਾਊਂਡ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਦਲਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਕੰਪਲੈਕਸ ਵਾਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਉਲਟ ਕਰਨਾ। Why then do we need to know what is a clause or a phrase? Leave that to the rest of the module, by the end of which you shall surely understand the reasons for the same. Clause ਅਤੇ phrase ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਦਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਹਨ, ਜਿਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਣੋਗੇ। ਆਓ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਾਠ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰੀਏ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉੱਤਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਠ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਂਗੇ। Now, what is a sentence? This must be easy and all of you must know it too. Well, let us see. Oh, who is this on the screen?
Who are you?
Hey, you don't know me? I am sentence. I am the most crucial part of English grammar. I am a group of words that makes complete sense. Now, you know me, who I am?
Yes, but is this all about you?
No. My words are always in a proper order. I begin with a capital letter. I end with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark.
Yes, now I know you. Well, I think a sentence must have a verb and a subject. The subject of a sentence tells who has done or what is the action. ਇੱਕ ਵਾਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਰਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਵਾਕ ਦਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਬਿਆਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਿਸਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਰਿਆ ਕੀ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ।
Yes, okay. Now you tell me whether this is a sentence or not. Her mother's favorite dress.
No, it is incomplete.
Okay. Right next. Carnations were her favorite flowers.
Oh yes, it is a complete sentence.
Very good. So you basically know what is a sentence?
Yes, dear, I know it because It is base of our English language.
So give me examples of sentences.
Well, very simple. See, I am standing in the forest. This forest is very beautiful. It has amazing natural beauty. I met a wonderful and friendly person in this forest. There are many coniferous trees in this forest.
Okay, I accept. You know it.
Thank you.
Well, students, now you all must have understood what a sentence is. You all need to know that a sentence has two parts, a subject and a predicate. Did you know the important word in A, subject, is a noun? The important word in B, predicate, is a verb. Observe the table coming up on the screen. Now make correct sentences by joining each beginning to a suitable ending. The left-hand column in the table contains the part of the subject, my mother, my father, my brother, I, my grandparents. The right-hand column contains parts of the predicate. Is a doctor, comforts me when I am sad. I am a student of class 4. Live with us. Have a little pup. Studies in a hostel. The correct answers are: my mother comforts me when I am sad. My father is a doctor. My brother studies in a hostel. I am a student of class 4. My grandparents live with us. We have a little pup. Here are a few jumbled sentences. Try to rearrange them in proper order. Teacher, my, is, wise, very. Answer: my teacher is very wise. Subject is my teacher and the predicate is very wise. Question number 2. The sore has throat child a. That's right. Answer is the child has a sore throat. Here the subject is the child and the predicate is has a sore throat. The next question. Coming is postman the. Simple, isn't it? The answer is the postman is coming. Here the subject is the postman and the predicate is coming. Question number 4. Plays David and cricket tennis. Answer is David plays cricket and tennis. Here the subject is David and the predicate is cricket and tennis. Question number 5. Boy the brave dog saved drowning the. Answer is the brave boy saved the drowning dogs. Again, the subject is the brave boy and the predicate is saved the drowning dogs. Dear students, now here is one more interesting exercise for you. Use your imagination. For each sentence, write an ending, that is, a predicate that tells what is happening in the picture. My first question is, the mother dash. Answer: the mother is giving a gift to her son. Next question. Rahul and his mother dash. Answer: Rahul and his mother are playing tennis. Next. The Kohli family dash. Answer: the Kohli family is going in a car. The next question. Mr. Kohli dash. Yes, the answer is Mr. Kohli is flying a kite with his daughter. Next question. Gauri dash. Answer. Gauri is crying and sitting near her broken toys. Well, students, we will do one more exercise to practice further. You will be shown a sentence. You should be able to identify the subject and the predicate separately. The first three have been done for you as examples, wherein the subject has been underlined. प्यारे बच्चों, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਰਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਡੀਕੇਟ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਖ ਕਰੋ। ਪਹਿਲੇ 3 ਉਦਾਹਰਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਹੱਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। My first question is, the boy stood on the burning deck. Here the subject is the boy, predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, stood on the burning deck. Next question. The singing of the birds delights us. Here the subject is the singing of the birds and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, delights us. Next question. Miss Kitty was rude at the table one day. Here the subject is Miss Kitty, the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, was rude at the table one day. Next question. He has a good memory. Simple. The subject is he and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, has a good memory. Next question. Bad habits grow unconsciously. Here the subject is bad habits and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, grow unconsciously. Next question. The earth revolves around the sun. Here the subject is the earth and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, revolves around the sun. Next question. Nature is the best physician. Here the subject is nature and the predicate is the best physician. Question. Edison invented the phonograph. The subject is Edison and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, invented the phonograph. Question. Borrowed garments never fit well. Subject is borrowed garments and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, never fit well. The next question. The early bird catches the worm. Here the subject is the early bird and the predicate is catches the worm. The next question. All matter is indestructible. Subject is all matter and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is indestructible. Next question. Islamabad is the capital of Pakistan. Here the subject is Islamabad and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is the capital of Pakistan. Question. All roads lead to Rome. Here the subject is all roads and the predicate is lead to Rome. The next question. The beautiful rainbow soon faded away. Subject, the beautiful rainbow. Predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, soon faded away. Next question. No man can serve two masters. Here the subject is no man and the predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, can serve two masters. Next question. A sick room should be well aired. Correct. The subject is sick room and predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is, should be well aired. The next question. The dewdrops glitter in the sunshine. Here the subject is the dewdrops and predicate is glitter in the sunshine. I shot an arrow into the air. That's right, the subject is I and the predicate is shot an arrow into the air. The next question, stone walls do not make a prison. The correct answer is subject stone walls and predicate is the other half of the sentence, that is do not make a prison. Hopefully by now you would have understood what a sentence is. Next, we are going to study clause and a phrase. Well students, let us get back to our Mr. Rabbit. What is he saying now? ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਗਏ ਹੋਵੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਵਾਕ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ clause ਅਤੇ phrase ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਾਂਗੇ। ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਹੁਣ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਰੈਬਿਟ ਕੋਲ ਚਲਿਏ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ।
Hey Mr. Rabbit, who are these two little fellows sitting there in sad mood?
Oh, they are my two friends, Mr. Claus and Mr. Phrase. But why are they so sad?
Come on, let us see.
Hey Claus and Phrase, what happened?
We are sad because nobody loves us.
Yes, that is why nobody identifies us, that who we are. But in this jungle, everyone knows you.
They only know us as bears, but our true identity of being a clause or phrase is lost somewhere.
Today, we went to a nearby town and hardly few people know us.
Oh, in town? You must have met some students, right?
Yes,
Well, see, some students study seriously and some of them don't. So, you need not worry about your identity.
How shall we trust you?
okay, you tell us, who are we?
Okay, I will. A group of words which make sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. And a group of words which forms a part of a sentence and contains a subject and a predicate of its own is called a clause. Well, happy now?
Yes,
very happy.
happy.
Students, this clipping has shown you the definition, but let me explain to you as to what is a clause and a phrase. Look at this group of words. ਇਹ ਦ੍ਰਿਸ਼ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਰਿਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਆਨ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ। ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿਸਤਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ clause ਅਤੇ phrase ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਮੂਹ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੋ। Made of gold, of greatest length, from this very moment, in his proper colors, with perfect truthfulness, early to bed, to win a prize, etc. Well, these groups of words individually, do they make any sense? No, they do not. But when these words are used in a sentence, they become part of it and give meaning to that sentence. For example, let us start work from this very moment. He has been painted in his proper colors. The child replied with perfect truthfulness. Early to bed is a good maxim. To win a prize is my ambition. So did you see, students, how phrases are used? Now let us go through its definition. Phrases. You must have heard this word earlier. They are group of words. They are part of a sentence, but they do not make any sense when you see them individually. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ phrases ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। आओ हुण इस दी परिभाषा जानिए। तुसी ਇਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। ਇਹ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਮੂਹ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਵਾਕ ਦਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਪਰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਵੇਖੋ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਅਰਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। Now that we have understood what a phrase is, let us learn about clauses. Well, students, look at these groups of words. When evening came, whose eyes were blue, that I shall get a prize, that I shall fail, where I could find him. Well, these groups of words are somewhat different from the earlier groups of words. Let us see those differences. Each group of words has its own meaning. Each group of words may or may not stand in itself as a sentence. ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਸਮੂਹ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਮੂਹ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਖ ਹੈ। आओ ਵੇਖੀਏ ਕਿਵੇਂ। ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਸਮੂਹ ਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਅਰਥ ਹੈ। ਵਾਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਹਰੇਕ ਸਮੂਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਲਬੂਤੇ ਤੇ ਖੜਾ ਹੈ। ਕੀ ਇਹ ਅੰਤਰ ਮਜ਼ੇਦਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ? आओ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਕ ਬਾਰ ਫਿਰ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਪਰਿਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੀਏ। A group of words which form a part of a sentence and contains a subject and a predicate of its own is called a clause. For example, they rested at sunset. They rested when evening came. The umbrella with a broken handle is mine. He met a girl whose eyes were blue. He says that I shall get a prize. I fear that I shall fail. I do not know where I could find him. Now, let us see our definition. So, did you see? The two main characteristics of a clause are: it is part of a sentence, it contains a subject and a predicate of its own. आओ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਰਿਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੀਏ। ਵਾਕ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੈਡਿਕੇਟ ਹੈ, ਕਲੌਜ਼ ਦੇ ਇਹੀ ਦੋ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਗੁਣ ਹਨ। Students, you have understood what a clause is. Now look at these two sentences. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ clause ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ। आओ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੋ ਵਾਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੀਏ। Ram came here and he told me the whole story. Have you noticed that this particular sentence is connected by a sentence connector and? This kind of a clause is called a coordinate clause. So now, what are sentence connectors? A sentence connector is a word used to connect words or groups of words. For example, and, but, or, also, either, nor, for, so, etc. Let us look at some example sentences that use sentence connectors. Examples: I do not know him and I do not know his brother. I will go to play outside, but my brother will sit at home. Either I will buy new jeans or I will buy a new bicycle. She is dressed in her very best, for it is her birthday. Anil washed the car and Sunil polished it. I may consider your plan or I may disregard it. I did not seek position, nor do I want it. Rakesh likes tennis, but he prefers to play football. Their team was untrained, while ours was highly trained. Shilpa went to bed early, for she was very tired. Well, students, I hope you have understood what sentence connectors are. But here we are talking about only those sentences which have clauses and are connected by a sentence connector. We are not talking about examples like Ram and Sita are dancing. This will be a simple sentence. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਜਾਣ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਕਨੈਕਟਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਪਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਲੌਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਕਨੈਕਟਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਦਾਹਰਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਰਾਮ ਐਂਡ ਸੀਤਾ ਆਰ ਡਾਂਸਿੰਗ। ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਹੈ। Do you find the difference between phrases and clauses confusing? Let us do this exercise to put our confusion to rest. Before we begin it, let us recall our definition of phrase once again. Phrase, group of words which makes sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. Exercise 1. Pick out the phrases in the following sentences. My first question is, he speaks like a born orator. Answer, like a born orator. Next question. Beyond a doubt, this man is honest. Answer, beyond a doubt. The next question. He failed in spite of his best efforts. You are right. The answer is in spite of his best efforts. The next question. I do not expect such treatment at your hands. Answer, at your hands. We move to the next question. He succeeded in the long run. Answer, in the long run. Next question. She is a woman of wonderful patience. Answer, of wonderful patience. Question. Tubal Cain was a man of might. Answer, man of might. The next question. I have no time to waste on trifles. Answer, to waste on trifles. Question. I enjoy walking in the fields. Answer, walking in the fields. The next question. He keeps the necklace under lock and key. That's correct. The answer is under lock and key. So students, now we will do an exercise on clauses. Exercise 2. Pick out the clauses from the following sentences. But first, let us recall our definition of a phrase. Definition. Group of words which forms a part of a sentence and contains a subject and a predicate of its own is called a clause. Question 1. I know the man who is here. Answer, who is here? The next question. I was reading a book which I had read before. Answer, which I had read before. Next question. Can a man live whose soul is dead? That's right. The answer is whose soul is dead. Next question. He made a vow that we would fast for a week. Answer, that he would fast for a week. Next question. That he will do it, I have no doubt. Answer, that he will do it. The next question. He behaved as a brave man should do. Answer, as a brave man should do. Next question. They live where the climate is good. You are right. The answer is where the climate is good. He spoke of a time when wars should cease. Answer, when wars should cease. Next question. I will wait until the next train comes. You are right. The answer is until the next train comes. Next question. Since he has been in hospital, he has improved greatly. Answer, since he has been in hospital. We have now clearly understood the topics we need to know before handling our main topic. So let us begin our learning about transformation of sentences. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸ਼ੰਕਾਵਾਂ ਦੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਪ ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਕਰਨ ਵੇਲੇ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ। Transformation of sentences. Well, this is yet another way of categorizing sentences. This classification is based upon the internal structure of the sentence or the way in which it is built up. This type of classification of sentences is based upon the number and clauses. According to this classification, sentences are divided as simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. In this class, we will only study simple sentence. ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਵਾਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਿੱਸਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੰਡਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਵੰਡ ਵਾਕ ਦੀ ਅੰਦਰੂਨੀ ਬਣਤਰ ਅਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਉੱਤੇ ਨਿਰਭਰ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਵਾਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਨੰਬਰ ਅਤੇ ਕਲੌਜ਼ਸ ਤੇ ਆਧਾਰਿਤ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਗੁਣਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਧਾਰ ਤੇ ਵਾਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵੰਡਿਆ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ: ਸਿੰਪਲ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ, ਕੰਪਾਊਂਡ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ, ਕੰਪਲੈਕਸ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ। ਆਪਣੀ ਇਸ ਕਲਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੇਵਲ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਂਗੇ। What is a simple sentence? A simple sentence is a sentence having one subject and one predicate, either or both of which may be compound. ਇੱਕ ਸਾਧਾਰਨ ਵਾਕ ਉਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਅਤੇ predicate ਇੱਕ ਹੋਵੇ। ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਇੱਕ ਜਾਂ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਕੰਪਾਊਂਡ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ। A simple sentence has one and only one clause. ਇੱਕ ਸਾਧਾਰਨ ਵਾਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ ਅਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕ clause ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। For example, Anita and Rita ate the ice cream. His courage won him honor. By her pleasant manners, she gained everyone's support. They had not reached by sunset. Being dissatisfied, she resigned her job. Compound does not mean two subjects. It means subject is made of two nouns or pronouns, or predicate is made up of two or more verbs or verb phrases. For example, Uday and Rajiv joined the army. Seema sang and danced at the concert. Seema and Prabha sang and danced at the concert. Now let us do one exercise. All sentences are simple sentences. Exercise 1. Rewrite the following sentences. Draw a line under the subject and highlight the predicate. Question 1. The girls swept the floor and washed the clothes. Next question. Ajay and Ajit went to the town. Next question. Sheila wrote the letters and mailed them. Next question. Our principal and the supervisor watched part of the match. Next. Either Ram or Rahim will conduct the meeting. Next question. Joe and Vipul are playing in the garden. Next question. Seema sat and waited for the train. Next. The girl saw the shadow and screamed. Next question. The bride and the bridegroom arrived late. And the last question is, the money and jewelry were taken out of the safe. Let us solve the exercise now. Answer 1. The girls swept the floor and washed the clothes. The next answer. Ajay and Ajit went to the town. Next. Sheila wrote the letters and mailed them. Next answer. Our principal and the supervisor watched part of the match. Next answer. Either Ram or Rahim will conduct the meeting. Next. Joe and Vipul are playing in the garden. Next answer. Seema sat and waited for the train. Next. The girl saw the shadow and screamed. The next answer. The bride and the bridegroom arrived late. And lastly, the money and jewelry were taken out of safe. So students, it was quite easy. In our next class, we will study about compound and complex sentence. For now, let us go through in a nutshell all that we have learned today. Summary. We have learned transformation of sentences means changing of one type of sentence into another type, that is, identifying a simple sentence and then changing it into a compound sentence or to a complex sentence or vice versa. Sentence is a group of words that makes sense. Group of words which makes sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. Group of words which forms a part of a sentence and contains a subject and a predicate of its own is called a clause. A sentence connector is a word used to connect words or groups of words. A simple sentence is a sentence having one subject and one predicate, either or both of which may be compound. With this, we come to an end of this episode. Goodbye.